God sends food. In our last story, we heard how God saved the Israelites from Pharaoh and his army at the Red Sea. Moses led them from the Red Sea into the wilderness of Shur, which was a desert. The people walked for 3 days, but they could not find any water, and they were so thirsty. They came to some water, but when they tasted it, it was bitter and not good to drink. Moses prayed to the Lord and asked him for some good water to drink. The Lord showed Moses a tree, and he threw it into the water. Suddenly, the water was good to drink.
Yummy.
God had done a miracle to give his people good water to drink when they were in the desert. The Israelites continued to travel in the wilderness, but after a couple of months, they ran out of food. They began to complain to Moses and Aaron about not having any food. They remembered how in Egypt they had pots of meat and as much bread as they wanted. They didn't want to be hungry. The Lord heard their complaining and told Moses that he could send food to the people every morning and night. And God did. In the evening, God sent quail to them for meat. In the morning, when the people woke up, they saw a layer of dew on the ground. They didn't know what it was, so they asked Moses,
"What is it?"
Moses told them.
"This is the bread that the Lord has given you to eat."
Moses told them to gather as much bread as they needed each morning and to eat it that day. They were not supposed to save any of the bread. Some people disobeyed God and tried to save some of the bread for morning. The saved bread became stinky and had worms in it. Every morning, the people gathered bread, which they called manna, from the ground. On the 6th day of the week, God told the people to gather 2 times as much manna, enough for the next day, which was called the Sabbath. On the Sabbath, the Israelites worshipped God and rested from their work. So the people put aside the extra manna for the Sabbath and it stayed fresh. A few people didn't obey God by setting aside extra food for the Sabbath. They went out to get manna and were surprised to see no manna on the ground. God wanted the people to obey Him and do exactly what He told them to do. God wants us to obey Him too. God provided food and water for the people in the wilderness for 40 years. God provides food for us also because He loves us so much. God takes care of us each day. We thank Him for that whenever we say grace before we eat.